Just kidding, we're starting back at the beginning of the game! Except we're not actually in the moving truck, but instead we are in our room, playing our orange GameCube, playing Sonic Heroes. Hello there everybody, and welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald! So last time, we became the champions of the Hoenn region and made it all the way back home. For whatever reason, I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, the games don't really explain it either. So today, just to show you a little bit of, decoration tactics, you can decorate your room as well as your secret base right here. So, let's see, I'm going to decorate it with Lotad, Mudkips, and the Wilmers. Not really the best, doll placement in the world, but hey, at least I decorated my room with something. Alright, so hey, Dad, you're actually home for once in my life. Hey, it's May. It's been a while since I've seen you, but you look stronger somehow. That's the impression I get, but your old man hasn't given up yet. Oh yes, I have something for you. This came to you from someone named Mr. Briny. The SS ticket. A ticket for a ferry? You mean you just realized that after you gave it to me? Thanks, Dad. You're a real parent. If I recall, there are ferry ports in Slateport and Lily Cove. I blanked out on Lily Cove for like a few minutes. I better get back to the Puddleberg gym. Mom, yeah, he's also his mom. Or no, he's also his mom. Yes, moms can be boys. Also, apparently, Mom's parents hated her because they gave her the name of Mom. Yes. That dad of yours, he comes home for the first time in a while, but all he talks about is Pokemon. He should relax and stay a little longer. Of course, man. Hey, the TV came on all by itself. It must be a wireless TV or that demon TV from Aqua Teen. So let's check it out. We bring you this emergency news flash. In various Hoenn locales, there have been reports of a colored Pokemon in flight. The identity of this Pokemon is currently unknown. We return you to your regular movie program. HBO, Game of Thrones, Sesame Street. May, did you catch that? What color did the announcer say that Pokemon was? Well, it did say bzzz, so it obviously must be a bzzz, colored Pokemon. But of course, he's really telling us that only we somehow heard that, color name, so we're gonna pick Red, because I like Red. He is the character that is grown up. Well, isn't that something? There are still unknown Pokemon. Yes, there are, and we might run into some of them. And also, hi. Well, May, that was good work out there. Yes, you and your house, that was great. I knew there was something special about you when I first saw you, but I never expected this. Yes, me coming out of my house is somehow not expected. Oh yes, do you still have the Pokédex I gave you? I have something to show you. Let's go to my lab. Teleport. Now, May and Brendan, I had the two of you to help me study Pokemon. Thanks to your help, new facts are coming to light. It appears that in the Hoenn region, there are also Pokemon from other regions. It goes to show how rich and varied the natural environments of Hoenn happen to be. That's why I think it's necessary for me to upgrade your Pokédex to the National mode. Here, let me see your Pokédex units. I went all over Hoenn and checked out Pokemon. You can thank me for getting the National Mode Pokédex. Yep, you're lucky, May. Wanna make out? Okay, all done. And now we got the National Pokédex mode. But listen, you've become the champion, but your Pokemon journey isn't over. There's no end to the road that is Pokemon. Yes, there's a road called Pokemon. Somewhere, there's a grassy patch that's waiting for you. For the time being, I'm taking a break from fieldwork. I'll be helping out the prof here for a while. Dude, that's your dad. You don't call him prof, you call him dad. Call him dad. Alright, so now we have National Pokédex mode. So now the Pokemon that we see in the Pokédex are properly numbered, like Pikachu is number 25, Sandshrew is 27, and so on and so forth. You're probably not going to have as much Kanto Pokemon or Johto Pokemon appear in the National Dex. You're really going to have basically any given Hoenn Pokemon that you might have run into because, yeah, look at that. Yeah, just look at all them Pokemon that we ran into over our time. However, if you do somehow want to go back to Hoenn Dex, oh, by the way, this is the search mode, by the way. You can switch over to the Hoenn Dex if that's your fancy. However, I don't want to do that because now we're actually getting into the post-game, so now everything has to be correct. Everything has to be essential. Hi! Hi, May. It's me, Scott. I'm aboard the SS Tidal now. It feels great to be on the sea. By the way, there's this place I'd like to invite you to a visit. If you're interested, board a ferry at either Slateport or Lily Cove. I'll fill you in on the details when we meet. I'll be waiting. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for being such a great stranger, man. I don't really get it either, but okay. Alright, so let's talk to Ma. Or his Ma. Also, she basically says the same thing as you often would expect her to be. And there's no proper character closer for your counterpart, so it's whatever. It's whatever. So, now we have the ability to encounter more Pokemon in the National Dex. But there's actually 3 Pokemon in particular that, trust me, you probably aren't going to get unless you are a wizard and actually manage to do so. Because trust me, you won't be encountering these Pokemon. So, in order to get access to at least one of these 3 Pokemon, you need to complete your Hoenn Dex. Yeah, and by complete your Hoenn Dex, you basically have to, I believe, just see the Pokemon, all the Pokemon in your Hoenn Dex, rather than, you know, catch all of them. And yeah, pretty much impossible for me, considering that I'm on an emulator and do not have the ability to actually witness all of the Pokemon. Poor Torchic, man. Poor Torchic being left out of this file. So I believe if you complete your Hoenn Dex, or at least see the every Pokemon in the Hoenn Dex, you know, I'll put what it actually is on screen right now. You will have the ability to choose one of the 3 Johto starters. First off being Chikorita. Chikorita, honestly, doesn't beat Bulbasaur in my opinion. Honestly, I like Chikorita's design a lot, but honestly, it's not really a Pokemon that I use. Like, out of all the starters, I think I use Chikorita the least, honestly. And not that it hasn't served me well in, like, the past, but I just think there are better grass types out there, but that's just me. But on a brighter note, you also have the choice of Cyndaquil, which is arguably the best starter ever until Chimchar and or possibly Froakie or Rowlet. Yeah. So Cyndaquil, if you like using Charmander, then you definitely are going to feel well at home with Cyndaquil. Because Cyndaquil basically has stats equal to the Charmander family. So again, it's going to be very, very familiar to you if you pick, you know, Cyndaquil. And finally, you have Totodile. I really like this thing a lot. I did use it in a past Pokemon Let's Play. And, you know, it's more of a physical water type than it should be. Because, you know, physical special split didn't happen, of course. But, you know, Totodile, even before the physical special split, is still a relatively decent Pokemon. Very decent starter. But, again, you probably aren't going to encounter any of these Pokemon. Just believe you me, you're not. If you're emulating this game, at least. Fossils are so wonderful. It's so dreamy. Oh, it's not safe that way. I was digging away, you see, when the whole wall collapsed. I think there's a giant cavern underneath now. But I left it alone because I don't think there are any fossils there. Ooba-dooba! Oh, I can't run this place. I feel so bad for myself. Wow. Very dramatic music for such a cave place. Alright, so, believe it or not, you have to go all the way over to the right. in order to get the item that you absolutely need here. Not really absolutely need, but just a rather nice item. Either way, new encounter here is Ditto. Ditto sucks. Yeah, it just sucks. Its only claim to fame is that it can for battle at least, is that it can transform into its opponents. However, the moves that it copies is only at 5 PP, so don't really get too excited, Ditto fans. However, there is actually a use for Ditto after all. Ditto can be used to breed with any Pokemon. Well, any Pokemon that can breed anyway. Obviously, not counting, you know, legendaries or anything, because they can't breed. However, you know, that's basically your way to get, you know, as many starter eggs as you please. So, that's something. But other than that, you can find Whismurs and Loudreds and all the other jazz you know by now at this point in time. But either way, this is a place where you can get your other fossil here. Like, if you pick the Claw fossil at the Mirage Tower, then you would get the Root fossil right here. And it goes for vice versa for the opposite fossil. So really, that's all there is to the Desert Underpass here. There's not really much to it, to be perfectly frank. So that's really the only reason that you would come to the Desert Underpass in the first place, is to actually get the other fossil, so that you can get, you know, your fossil Pokemon that you missed out on. Alright, so with that, next place that we're gonna go into, we're probably just gonna go all around Hoenn, just to see what has changed and what we can get now that we've become the champion. And actually, speaking of which, there's actually another Pokemon that we can get right here and right now. So in Mossdeep City, only after you beat the champion. That's not the house I wanted to go to. I keep getting these houses confused. What the hell? So in Steven's house, you can check out this book right here. It's a letter, or it's a letter. To May. I've decided to do a little soul searching and train on the road. I don't plan to return home for some time. I have a favor to ask of you. I want you to take the Pokeball on the desk. Inside it is a Beldum, my favorite Pokemon. I'm counting on you. May our paths cross someday. Oh! Steven Stone. Oh, God. I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist with that button. Okay, I'll be right back once I have a free space in my party. Alrighty, let's get this guy. It contained a Pokemon Beldum. Take the Pokeball? Yes, I will. So, we now have the Pokemon Beldum. Here's what it looks like right here. Oh, and it's also a good nature too for it, actually. So it's Steel Psychic type, so that's really good typing, actually. And its only move so far is Takedown, which is probably not going to give it any fame, you know, starting off. But if the Beldum family is any indication, then you probably want to raise this thing. If you don't already have a full team, which why would you even do that? But okay. Look at its stats on screen. That's how powerful your Beldum is going to get once it fully evolves into Metagross, which is an absolute monster. Yes, believe you me, Metagross is an absolute monster. It was so awesome, in fact, that it was actually banned from competitive play at one point. I'm not even joking about that. It was actually banned at one point. It was so good. So yeah, with powerful moves like Meteor Mash that it can learn, having access to Earthquake, Psychic, and you know the like, Metagross can be a very, very good asset for your team. Very, very good asset for your team. But either way, now that we have, you know, all our business in Mossdeep City done, let's head over to the Safari Zone to see what has changed. Alright, Safari Zone time. So, only in Pokemon Emerald will you be able to do this. Right up here is an area that is exclusive to Pokemon Emerald. Now, of course, with this being an area exclusive to Emerald, you're going to be finding a lot, and I do mean a lot, of new Pokemon here. Mainly for your national dex, because, well, you've been given a new Pokédex at this point. You are probably going to want to catch these Pokemon here, including the worst one ever. Yep, you're going to be finding basically, you know, a bundle of Johto Pokemon, including Sunkern, Mareep. You're going to be finding Aipoms here. You're going to be finding, you know, Shuckles via Rock Smash. There's all sorts of Pokemon now that you can find now that you have the ability to access the National Dex. So, if you're really so, you know, cut up with completing that... Oh! Oh my god, I did not know Gligar was here. Oh my god. Except, you know, some of these Pokemon suck because without their Gen 4 evolutions, they blow. Yeah, so if you're playing this on an actual cart and if you really want to, you know, transfer them over to your Gen 4 game so bad, then look no further than, you know, the post-game Safari Zone areas. Also, why can't I catch you and why did you run? Ugh. But really what I'm here for is I'm going to find some items here and they're actually going to be pretty darn useful. That is, if I already use them enough, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. That is, if I don't run out of time, or at least run out of steps afterwards, and, oh god, okay, what am I gonna find here? Oh yeah, you can also find, P-Ram here. Yeah, you're gonna also be finding P-Ram here, which is very good. I'm just gonna catch all these Pokemon just to add more to the Pokédex now that I have, you know, National Dex, because, trust me, I am going to show off the credits again. Well, screw you too. Screw you too, Mareep. I don't need you. Sure, you were the only Pokemon, or you're the only electric type worth a damn in Generation 2. At least in the main game, but yeah, whatever. That's my phone. Alright, so there's also an upper area too. I believe that areas 5 and 6, as far as I'm concerned. This is area 6. They're the only, like, areas that have, you know, the same sort of Pokemon, I believe. So, you know, get them, take for what you will, I suppose. And hopefully I can find these items, like, before time runs out, because I really, really want to find them. I really do. Okay, there we go. Nugget. Huzzar. Do I actually... I highly don't know. I was hoping that I could get my Acrobike out, at least. So I can, at the very least, you know, show you a really cool trick that won't make you waste any steps. But that's where... I have a lot of awesome memories with you getting them at Pokemon Go. Actually, what memories? Gen 2 and Pokemon Go just recently came out. You know, I always get excited when I find a Teddiursa. I swear to God. Teddiursa is one of my favorite, like, Gen 2 Pokemon because it's a little teddy bear. It's so adorable. Also, it evolves into, like, a big grizzly bear type thing. It's so badass. And, you know, I really can't wait to use one in Pokemon Go, actually, just to see how it'll do in gyms, actually. So I guess with that being said, I think I will actually just spend the rest of my Safari game just trying to find all the Pokemon that I possibly... How am I getting this lucky? Oh my god! We found a Miltank! Oh my god! Jesus Christ. Okay. So yeah, thankfully they are at like most of the Safari Pokemon that you find here are at serviceable levels. So just in case you really want yourself an Ursaring or a Miltank even, or maybe an Ampharos, then you can go right ahead and catch them. And also Aipom. Without Ambipom, you're worthless. You're generic. You're boring. Wait until Gen 4 in Pokemon Go, I swear to God. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut away trying to catch whatever Pokemon I can possibly can. Trying to show the captures on screen, so if you will excuse me. Hey, hoot hoot. Last chance. Every single one of my Safari Zone balls have failed to catch a simple A-bomb. And this one is obviously no different. Yep. Even in the Safari Zone, I can't get any breaks. Okay. So we have one last bit of business left to do. But first of all, I'm gonna need a change in bikes. Because I'm about to hop on some grass. Transition. Okay, time for the most cancerous thing in Pokemon history, roaming legends. Thankfully, there's only one of them, and that was that very Pokemon that we saw on TV. So here's an easy way to do it. The Pokemon that we're trying to find is at level 40. So if you hop around this grass a lot, and, you know, you have a below level 40 Pokemon at your disposal, or at least in the front of your party, then you're basically guaranteed to encounter said Pokemon. Just hop around this grass and it will count as, you know, steps towards encountering your Pokemon. And since basically roaming legends change their position every time you go in and out of the building, even if you're on the same route, then this is actually a pretty good strategy for luring them out. Just keep in mind that this will take some time and you're probably going to waste like a whole lot of time trying to get this thing to even appear, you know, whichever Pokemon you chose. But it's a very easy method to do. It can be time consuming depending on whether or not the Pokemon decides to show up. But hey, at least it's life, right? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and keep on hopping on the grasses until I find the very Pokemon that I seek. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to hop, 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 like a bunny. Like a bunny do. Latias! I forget its stats. Yep, I honestly, God, forget its stats, but I do know of one thing about it. It's the only Pokemon that can learn Mist Ball. That's pretty cool. And it's Dragon Psychic type, so that's a pretty interesting type for it, actually. It's one of the two Pokemon that you can encounter on your choice. If you chose Red, then you would have Latias. If you chose Blue, then you would have Latios. Pretty interesting fact about the Latias and Latios. At this point in time, they're the only Pokemon, or only legendaries, to have actual genders. Latias being female, Latios being male. It wouldn't be until Heatran that Heatran would actually have a gender, but yeah. Latias is pretty good, and it's at level 42. Or level 40 as well, because it's not actually at level 42. So, you know the rule of roaming legendaries in battle. Once you encounter them and, you know, start to damage them, they are going to run immediately. Thankfully, since this is the only roaming legendary ever... Hi, Master Ball. Yep. You should have absolutely no problem and absolutely no regrets using the Master Ball on this guy. So yeah. Use the Master Ball on it to get rid of those annoying issues. They make a small herd of only several members. They rarely make contact with other people or other Pokemon. They disappear if they sense enemies. So there are multiple species of Latias. Huh. Kind of makes it really weird considering the fact that there are multiple Latioses in the anime, yet we don't even see a hint of one other Latias. Jesus. Yeah, I don't really get it either, but there it is. We will be encountering Latios later. It's just at a different location. Or if you already caught Latios in the roaming, then you would pick Latias as well. At a different place. Which we will be doing later. We will. Trust us, we will. But with that being said, that's basically the whole point. We have done, you know, basically everything that we could do for this time, seeing what has changed around Hoenn, as well as, you know, basically getting things that we couldn't get now that we become the champion. So that's all fair and good and done. Next time on Pokemon Emerald, there is just one more trick house thing to find, or to do, and then we're going to see what else has changed in the world. So, I will indeed see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.